The PS5 is pretty
We're
sweet.
live, just a heads up.
All right.
Oh, it's all good. You can talk about my wife. It's cool.
No, it's all good. You and DJ, he's going to say something that's going to be inappropriate. That's all.
Oh, that's fair.
It's 100% true. Yeah. So right now in my house, I have 4 Series S, a Series X, and a PS5, and 5 gaming PCs.
Don't tell people where you live, right?
And I need to. Yeah, we were saying or posted. Nope, that's inappropriate. You can't say that. Well, let's just say if you were a scalper, you would have a great time in my house.
Yeah, there you go, fair.
And I'd be out of a job. So,
oops.
I'm
not talking with Austin Farmer today. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
What?
I put down. I always forget Twitch has that
stupid little label thing.
The stream notification thing.
Yeah.
Did you go live hanging out with Austin Farmer today?
Yeah.
I mean, I can pretend. What does he sound like?
It'd be tough. It'd be tough.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair.
You're not quite Canadian enough.
Hey, Matty, what's going on, dude?
Just got to get more Ers and A's in there, bud.
There you go. You can try there, bud.
Yeah.
Come on now. Hey, DJ, is this working just out of curiosity? Actually, was that the right format? Am I on the right thing? Recording?
I was talking to my mom about that intro today. She's like, so how did that happen? I was like, well, we didn't have an intro song because I said I was going to make one. Now it's not working.
Good enough. Yeah, it's all right. Okay.
And you guys are splash screens. So those are just 10 out of 10, man. Right on.
Man, I'm getting some echo. Some fun echo.
You getting echo right now?
Yeah, maybe I'm in
both a couple times. Caw.
I'm not getting any levels on my mixer when you guys talk, so it shouldn't be me.
Okay.
I don't think it's me.
I mean, I'm definitely getting something. The last time this happened, we went half the show and I realized it was me. So I'm gonna try and
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna try and confirm that it's not me this time around.
Just backfeed everything into one source.
Yeah,
it's all
nothing
good.
will go wrong.
I think that's exactly what I had.
Yep.
Oh man, old timer Dave, how's it going, brother? How are you? Good to see you, dude. Carl, what's going on, man? Retro Arcade's in here as well. Holy Nikes. We have the best logger in Farm Sim as a guest. Is there a trophy for that? I don't know. Do we need to get a trophy for that? I think we might have to.
I wouldn't say the best. Probably just the person who's done it the longest. That doesn't make you the best. It just
you know, we use the term best anything in Farm Sim pretty loosely around here.
Yeah, please, God.
Says the best driver in Farm Sim.
Yeah.
Forward. Best forward driver. Yeah, I'm definitely echoing. What is wrong with me? I'm going to remove myself and put myself back in.
That's all right.
Yeah.
And then there were 2.
He's said that before. There we go.
Anything? Bueller?
Hello.
Testing. Bueller. Oh. I thought I heard myself. Caw. That's my literal sound check for everything. Literally.
The official test, the caw.
Yeah. I caw everything. Yeah.
Gosh. But I always I put my microphone right here before I do anything. I'm like check. Yep. And then I go back and listen and it's good.
Are you getting an echo still, or is it gone now?
Man, I'm getting a lot of stuff right now. It's just a sensory overload.
Fair.
That's what I say every time I jump into a room with you.
I don't have a direct answer to your question. I just have another statement, I guess. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go live and just
Old timer Dave's looking for a wackadoodle trophy. I'm sure we could probably accommodate that.
Oh my goodness. All right. I am live.
Appreciate that.
Hey, what's up, Eric? I got the Viking Cup today.
Oh, look at that.
Where's that from?
Nice, Eric.
This is Eric the Crazy Vikings, one of channel members, moderators, and good friends. He sent me a coffee cup with his logo on it.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was
cool.
pumped.
That's awesome.
Because now I have 2 coffee cups.
You should have both. Just sip out of both. Double fist it. Just.
We did that one show and it was like on accident every time. It was for me. I think maybe Klutch was doing it on purpose. But basically,
totally.
we
There you go. Perfect.
At the same time for about an hour.
Then the person stops. Did I say something weird? Why are they doing this?
No, but chat was roasting us.
Right on. Only weird if you let it be.
That's right. That's
exactly it.
Oh goodness, Noah with Noah 12 with the 4 months. Oh, what's up, Noah? By the way, if you guys are channel members and you would like to go in, like you're gonna like super chat, and you can post a little thing that says how long you've been a channel member. And if it's not there, that means you did it already for this month. But I don't stream that often, so you guys should be good.
So is it once a month or once a week or something like that?
I think it's once a month because I can't do anything.
Hey, let's see. Can I do it on yours?
Bring it over here. What you got? What you got? Also,
hang on a second. I got
two,
let's see.
Two
Hopefully
Xboxes have
noisy
been.
because it might.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
We have a $50,000 super chat plan today, so if we could get that, that'd be great, right?
Oof.
It's only $50K. If we get 50,000 people and they all donate $1, we're good.
Apparently, you've streamed more than twice a month, trying to show off. All right, Gaga Bob, listen here. Oh, it's a once.
There we go.
Thing. Okay,
I took care of it.
Did you? What'd you do? Hey, it's almost half 16. Oh, one of the fact sheets today, I think it was the grape harvester. It cost $169,000. And of course, you know, a lot. Normally, when stuff like that happens, I look at it like, ah, nice. I scripted me saying the word nice.
Noise. Did you write NOICE?
I just said New Holland Broad 9070 L is going to cost you $169,000. Nice. And then just keep going.
Retro Arcade just types in, that's some sour grapes.
What's up, Driver? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Also, great to see Driver live streaming. That's awesome. Jake, he said with the 9 months. Has it only been 9 months? That's odd. Said new month means new.
Gotta bump those numbers up. That's weak.
Yeah. If you're gonna be in charge of over 2,000 people now, I heard that I have more Discord followers than you now.
Yeah, he was making fun of me on my Discord. I quickly banned him from my Discord. So,
well, he's in charge of mine. So,
yeah. So I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I mean, I can use it with one less, I guess.
To be fair, join the Discord is an extra entry into the giveaways every week. So, I mean,
You kind of pump up a little bit. Maybe pump those numbers. Those are artificial numbers. Those are there's a lot of artificialing going on there.
Yeah. William Taylor. I'm not even gonna read it. I'm just gonna assume there's something with cowbell, and I'm gonna get the cowbell and then read it.
100% right. There's cowbell all over that.
Hey, to the one and only Farm Sim Show. Happy to hear you all. Can I get some cowbell for the wonderful community? Let's go. Dustin,
come on now,
member of the channel.
Be like that.
Dustin, how are you a new member yet you are yellow? I don't understand. What's up, Mom? How you doing? Sorry. Hello to Mama. There we go. We are. I tell you, welcome to the Farm Sim Show. I don't think we've said that yet. This week we have the one and only FDR logging. Everybody, come on over.
Woo! Oh, I almost had. Hang on a second. Do I have clapping on here? I don't know if it'll work. Hang on. Oh no, I do. Do I? Hang on.
No. Oh, there we go. Never have I been greeted so professionally.
We are full of professionalism here, FDR. In case you didn't know, this show is all about professionalism.
100%.
And
yes, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't, right?
No, no, not at all.
Oh goodness, Trucker Mancy with that 19 months, just showing off like it. Hey, yo, what's going on? Go Hammer, DjGoHamers. Welcome back to the Farm Sim Show. It's Farm Sim Show, baby.
I think you need to change your name to DjGoHamers. I like that.
Yeah, I think he's just saying your new name.
When you say it was like, DjGoHamers, and then.
Oh yeah.
Right? No.
Yeah. I'm sold on it, but yeah.
I don't think he's down with it.
4B Gaming, who is one of the sponsors of this week's giveaways. He says, "Is Klutch and FDR ready for the major goober of a jacked up DjGoHam?" What?
I don't know what that is, but I need a lot of it for sure. Yes.
Also, welcome FDR.
Kerminator's over on Twitch right now. Kerminator, how you doing, buddy?
Goodness gracious. What's up, Kermit? How you doing, bro? Oh, goodness.
He was live over on TikTok the other day. I jumped into his stream. Giant streaming or Kerminator streaming on TikTok.
Yep.
Who would have thought? Caught me off guard.
Oh, no. Oh, Airburger. Oh, he hates. All right. Give me I need a solid 30 to 45 seconds. Okay.
Why?
I just talk. I gotta. Airburger, you're an awful person. Can I use this? Hang on.
I'm confused.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. I'll just look like an idiot. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look like an idiot regardless. Airburger with that $10 flying potato. I'll be back. I gotta do something.
All right. Well, we'll kick things off for you. Go do your thing, DJ. How does he do it?
I don't know, but this is so interesting. I like this.
Where is he going? What is?
I'm gonna hurt myself.
Paramedics. Right on, man. Right on. Oh, hey, that was pretty good. There you go.
All right,
was that a Superman? Chair Superman. That's what
I
that
don't
was.
understand what is going on here.
There's an inside joke somewhere that I'm missing. So
no,
what do you got going on there,
buddy? So I don't know. Was it a sticker? Was that the super sticker? Is that what it was?
Not proud of myself, but it happened. So let's just move on.
All right.
I feel really proud to be a part of that.
Finish that off, then.
It's the flying potato. It's a thing. If you're new, this is nothing new.
No, it's not.
Oh goodness. Let's run the intro and let's keep doing what we're doing.
Brutal.
The Sim Show.
Pace Tracker.
10 out of 10.
What's up, everybody?
Good to see you, folks.
It's like Goggle Pop's right. He says this is how you get over 174,000 subs.
That's just it.
Yeah, we had 174 about 2 hours ago. So thank you to everybody.
Nice.
Welcome to the show. Prestige, get out of here. Today we're going to be talking about logging. We're going to be talking about FS22. We're going to be talking about where's Grizzly Mountain. Where's Grizzly Mountain? And the birthday boy, the $49.99. Come on, I can't do that.
I can't even see it. I got to check this out. What did he send you?
You're going to make me break my chair.
Come on, do it. Do it.
All right, I'll be right back. Anyway, today's Alex's birthday, I think. Even if it's not, everybody, big happy birthdays to Alex. Right
Happy birthday, Alex.
Right, you guys,
Birthday, buddy.
You guys go ahead and get into the first topic today, and I'll join in when I get done becoming a.
No, I kind of want to watch this happen. I'm not saying anything as you break your neck. I'm watching this right from the start.
We have to have 911 on speed dial for this for sure.
What is he going to do? I don't even know how he's going to possibly accomplish this.
I'm turning the headphones up so I can hear.
There's no way you're going to do this. You're going to be like flat.
What's he?
You have a chiropractor?
There he goes.
Is he a backflip?
I don't know.
Do a barrel roll. Do it.
Do a barrel roll. All right, so he's going backwards, but I can't do that. So he's kind of doing like.
Come on. Is that all you got?
That's mad skills. Yeah, there you go. Claim your trophy, Lord. What a masterpiece.
That was something. I don't know what that was, but that was something. My chat wanted to I put you full screen just in case if we'd be able to clip that and you live in posterity if you ever broke your neck doing it.
Goggle Pop just sent me the kid doing the Transformers meme. I don't know if you can.
Perfect.
If you could just whip that out, that'd be awesome.
Thanks, Goggle Pop. I appreciate that, man. Oh yeah, I love Kerminator. One of the highest quality of farming content.
Gold for sure. Yeah, I think 100%.
All right, what are we going to?
That's why people come here, because you don't get right to the point. You beat around the bush and just like have a good time.
I don't think we have a point.
No, I hope not.
Wait, hang on, FDR. You didn't bring the point with you.
That was your job, man.
I mean, the list you gave me said just bring myself, so I'm like,
I didn't send you a list.
Was a list? I have a list. Was there any like links to your bank account on that list, just out of curiosity?
No, there's links to FDR logging in the description. Let's talk about FS22. FDR, what have you seen so far that has caught your eye for logging fans? Be like, you know what? That's going to be cool.
Machine wise, I'm really so across the board. A lot of the machinery is very similar to what was in the last game. So there's not like we're not doing like a crazy jump over to the new stuff that I was expecting. Like there's no real big North American equipment. I was kind of hoping for some North American stuff. It's a lot of European stuff that's coming in, which is fine. The biggest thing that caught my eye that I'm really looking forward to is that Raptor, and it has tracks on it. The tracks on that Raptor are what my eyeballs are staring at, because we've never in previous games had a set of actual 3D excavator tracks, which those appear to be from looking at the different pictures and stuff. They are like on risers a bit at the back, like they're a little bit fat. So it's not a flat track, but I have a feeling that if we were to get into there, we could probably play with it and change it up. But all the previous machines we've had in the past, even our modded stuff, like FT modding was the one that allowed me to use their tracks when we moved over from 15 to 17, 17 to 19. And they're great tracks. The modeling looks great, but they're really high poly count, which is, brings down, FPS and stuff while you're playing. So as soon as I saw that picture, I was like, ooh, I was getting excited, because I'm like, now we actually have a set of tracks that's been optimized for this game by the actual developers themselves that we can hopefully take advantage of and make them work pretty. The Cobra was the other one that we were looking at. That was kind of interesting. Now we've seen modded versions of this. I think the Elephant was the other one that came out, which is very similar style with the processor head and the swing on the front for the boom. Mm-hmm. I just want to see how they implement it. Like, obviously you've seen the little videos and the clips and stuff that have come out, which are great, but I kind of want to go see how they have it set up for their interior, the way their hoses are set and stuff. I think that one's going to be a real fun one to play with as well. As far as the other ones, like the chipper, they got that Gens chipper with the rotating cab on it. That one I was looking at. That's pretty interesting as well. I know lots of people wanted these in the last game, and I kind of started one and then I kind of didn't finish it. So that's my own bad, but I'm glad to see they're feeding people with these, because I know it was a really sought after thing in the last game. And both in Europe and in southern states in the US, I know there's lots of these kind of like self-feeding chippers. So I don't know, maybe that'll set up some new nodes or something. But yeah,
this thing's definitely heavy.
So there's like an equivalent, like a North American equivalent to this then?
Yeah, there's like, I don't know those machines very well. Like up where I live, we don't use a lot of chipping stuff, like for as far as self-feeding chippers. They just leave the waste in the bush and burn it. They don't chip here. So down south, I know lots of the operations use bigger machines, and people have sent me pictures of all kinds of different things, and I've never seen them before in my life, but everybody's like, can you build me one of these? Like, this thing's amazing, we use it all the time. And I'm like, man, I've never even seen that before. What company is that?
I do have a quick question for you, actually.
Yeah, shoot.
As we were diving into this, you were saying, okay, so the tracks, you said they're on a bit of a riser at the back of it on this tractor. What's the problem with that being on like the elevation change? And what's the problem with that for you?
So the only problem with that is most excavators, like I'm looking at the tracks for excavators, for the Tiger Cats, for the Hitachis, all those. Most, if not all, are on flat set of tracks. There is no riser in the back. So that would potentially cause a bit of an issue for just transferring over tracks. But I know you can go in and actually edit that stuff to bring it down. I know you might be able to restructure the track a bit. Depends how they have the animation set up and what the editor is going to let us do, because I'm assuming we're going to be getting a new map editor, a new version of Giants editor. I imagine it'll be similar, but it's always interesting to see what kind of new stuff they plop on it so we can edit things. But yeah, that one's an interesting one. Looking forward to that.
Well, it seems like it's a bit of a take off the T-Rex that's currently in the mod for Farm Sim 19.
Totally. That's
just
that's
how it's
what
a
I
base
think.
game piece of equipment, because I think I think that's a pretty highly sought after piece of equipment for I remember when 19 first came out, I was like, oh, I can't wait for someone to come up with something like this. It took a good
100%.
6-9 months. How long
Nobody wants to deal with stumps and stuff. They just want to wipe out trees and put a farm there.
And that base game stump grinder. Oh man.
Yeah, right. I hope it's faster than the other one, because the other one takes a long time to grind.
I wouldn't hold
this one,
like that. There's a new update to the Trex, and it's like instant.
Wow.
Oh, really?
The tree and the stump all at once.
Okay. Is it the Trex or the T-Rex? I always call it the T-Rex.
I don't actually know either.
Black sheep, please.
I don't know.
Love dinosaurs. Let's call it the T-Rex.
In my head, but you're right. It's not a dash row.
I mean, this is a raptor, so it has to. Oh, it is the T-Rex. What are we doing? It's been in front of us the whole time. How do we miss this?
Prehistoric lies.
Explode.
Oh boy. Yeah, well, hopefully it does the job, because that's a big one that I know lots of people love, especially for farming, or a lot of people don't want to log. I totally get it. It's a process, and a lot of people just want to come in, farm, cut out their land, call it good. So if you can whip through, just roast out a bunch of trees and call it good, why not, right? Mm-hmm. That's the way to go. I mean, I'll look at you differently and not have any respect for you for not logging it properly, but I mean, hey, that's your choice. It's cool.
People don't respect me anyways. It's all good.
I'm not used to you looking at me any other way.
Absolutely.
Goodness. No, this is cool. It's definitely going to make things a lot easier from the start of the game for people who don't do logging. But I think there's a lot of people that don't do logging because they don't want to do it the way base game machinery's been. I was that way. I don't want to cut a tree down and then have to cut it up with a chainsaw and then put it on the trailer and then take it to the sawmill and then get rid of it. I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I think when I think when people start using this with base game, I think the world of logging is going to open up a lot more to more people.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
What farm sim did the processor, like this type of the Ponzi processor, start coming out in? Was it 15 or was it 13 even have it then?
13 had like a really rough one, I believe, and it was I think it was also like a Cobra. It was the Elephant, I think, in 13, but it was really not like they didn't have any of the harvester nodes or any of the cutter nodes, none of that stuff. It was really, really rough. 15 was the first one to actually put it in, and it hasn't changed since.
No, it's been pretty much the same thing. You're right.
And trees make noise when they fall.
See, okay, this is a 50-50 for me. For the tree noise. Yes, love the idea. Okay, have you guys seen that mod that just came out recently that adds sound to trees? Have you played with it? You tried it?
No, not really.
It's a little repetitive.
Okay, yes, I love it. Like the concept's cool. Absolutely love the concept to it. Like I love the sound. I mean, I've operated lots of real equipment, like logging equipment and stuff as well. So I mean, you don't hear a lot of that stuff in the cab. All you hear is the machine going. Unless you're really slamming something wrong, you shouldn't be hearing the trees really that much anyway. But I love the idea that there's sound. Now, my greatest fear, and what happens with this mod that just came out, is that in the new game, for feller bunchers, like all the feller bunchers I make that, grab the trees and knock them down in big groups, every single tree you cut with the feller buncher makes that sound, right? But seconds after you cut it. So I've already cut the tree walking away, and then I hear it falling down. So if you do a group of 5 trees, it's like repeatedly as you're walking around with this bunch, right? So my fear in the new game,
like that.
Yeah, it's exactly. My fear in the new game is if that's part of the new structure, I'm gonna have to try to find a way to eliminate that or to change it in order to make it so it doesn't happen with the bunchers. Now, they have it split between nodes. So there's a tree cutter saw, which is like your chainsaw. It's also like that disc saw that cuts, like where you're doing the high cutting and stuff. And then there's the harvester head and then the stump grinder node, which are all separate nodes from each other. So the stump grinder node doesn't make a particular sound other than just grinding it up and turfing an array. And that's what we've been using for the feller buncher heads. So I'm hoping that in the new game, if you cut something down with a stump grinder node, it eliminates that sound and doesn't create it, because it shouldn't technically. But if it does, then it's going to be a very adventurous time trying to figure out how to get rid of that sound.
I gotta be honest with you. The first time that I heard that we were going to be getting like logging sounds and the trees falling, all I want to do is just like go Gray Still Plays on it and replace the sound of the tree falling with just somebody like, ah!
No,
just leave me alone.
It would be Two-Face Tractor. That's all it would say every time a tree would fell. It'd be
no, I just want that as like a horn or something. That would be hilarious. But the tree, when I heard we were going to be getting tree falling, my first thought was, I want to replace that sound with somebody screaming.
Oh, 100%. And we did that as a joke a long time ago, where we did that with the processor. Every time you'd feed the processor through, it'd just be like laser sounds or something. I can't remember what it was. It was ridiculous. And then every time you swing your boom, it would be like a TIE fighter. It was ridiculous. And I was just like, man, we should put this public. And I'm like, nah, maybe we shouldn't. That's a bad idea.
That's awesome, though.
We made so many joke things just for fun while we were messing around. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm glad nobody ever saw this stuff.
So of all the stuff, we've learned a little bit about, obviously, Farmstead 22 for logging. We've seen some equipment. We can now take care of bushes, it said. I think that's just this last week, right? You can knock down some bushes now and shrubs, it says.
Yeah.
What else for you? Like, is there anything else that's like, would be a massive change as far as logging goes for Farmstead 22 that you think might be possible?
The biggest thing for me, and it's not really a feature, it's more to do with the actual mapping. So when they announced that they're going to do occlusion culling mapping, that stuff. Yep. So being able to block out all the textures, all of the stuff behind an object when you put it down. Okay, so our biggest problem right now is if I have a forest of 50,000 trees, which lots of the maps do have, for our computer, for our equipment to render all of those trees kills it. Like, it's a huge FPS drop. Yep. Now, if the occlusion culling is actually happening properly with every single tree, I could have a forest of 50 trees in front of me with another 50,000 behind it, but they're not rendering. So it's only going to render what's in front of me, right? Yep. If it works as they explained in the little tech video there, I mean, technically we could have unlimited size forests and still have amazing frame rates. That's what I'm most looking forward to. Again, I'm going to have to go in and stress test the living crap out of it to see if it actually happens or not. But just to hear that is like, I don't know, that's a big step in the right direction for creation of maps anyway, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely going to make it a whole lot easier on people's stuff, because there's stuff that can't come to consoles because there's too many trees. And,
yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, imagine being able to look around and it not go...
Well, that's it. Yeah. And I mean, you can set it like my trick on my maps was that I mean, it sucks and it helps, but I decreased the load distance on the trees. So basically it only goes to a certain distance before they even render. So it doesn't matter what your settings are in your computer. You can crank it to 10,000 view distance. It'll only render those trees at a certain range, which gives you a really good, like, smooth kind of transition with FPS. But even then, you know, you still hit areas where you're high up on a cliff and you can see the 10,000 trees in front of you, but then you're still close enough to the edge of the cliff. You can see the other 20,000 below you, and you get FPS drops, which in turn kills your physics when you're trying to operate with your machines, throwing logs around and jumping out of the grapples and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah.
It's fun when they fall.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, I had a hold of that. Why is it on the ground now?
Or you can hold it and not even move, and it's just started wiggling away. You're like, where are you going, buddy? Get back here. Yeah, great times. Great times. Yeah.
Good to see a professional has the same problems that us mortals do.
Yeah, mortals. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Yeah, I was really hoping for a change in the physics engine. For the time that they had, I thought that, I mean, I understand COVID happened and everybody kind of, you know, well, it's still happening, but it kind of, you know, deterred everybody away from the project. But with the time frame that they had, I was kind of hoping they would do, like, you know, maybe some ground physics, or the one thing that drives me nuts is the just wood chips, or any kind of silage chip, just pushing that stuff. It just looks horrible. And I really wish they would just like make something a little more gutty out of that. Deformable ground, anything. I was kind of hoping for that kind of stuff. But
now you're talking my language. Deformable ground will be amazing.
Right? Yeah. Let's hope. We can continue to hope. I mean,
I can't see
no.
it coming.
Oh, I don't mean for this game. This game, there's no hope. Yeah,
that's not a thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we can keep on pushing for the next one.
FS22, let's do it. Yeah, FS32, let's do this.
Not so much for FS22. Real quick, we'll kind of sidestep because I know there's a lot of people, and we kind of joked about it in pre-stream. Grizzly Mountain.
Oh no!
What? What happened?
Grizzly Mountain. So it was on console, and then it wasn't on console. And that's the end of the story.
All right. Well, let's move on.
Yeah, move on. No. So the biggest controversy for FDR logging has always been things on console. I had some maps on console, and big shout out to Mithras Catalyst, Chad, a friend of mine, who he did 99% of the work of getting the maps to console, working with the testing teams. Like, he was 10 out of 10. He got all that stuff done. We got a few maps on console, including Grizzly Mountain, which was really popular back in the day. Then we kind of hit a struggle with trying to convert the machines over to console, because a lot of the machines I have third-party scripting. They have huge weights on them. They have, certain features that just can't go on console. So the problem we were having was, well, why do you guys have this on console, but you don't have anything else on console? Yep. And, we tried to explain, well, listen, we tried, Grizzly Mountain's all you get, that's kind of the best we can do right now. And I just kept getting hoarding comments from people and lots of, negative stuff about like, oh, you're just too lazy to put it on console, or, oh, you can't do it. And you just, and we tried, we really did. We just literally hit limitations with Giants and the testers where they just said, nope, no go. You have to literally recreate all these machines if you want to put them on console. And I didn't want to dumb them down for console. I just, I had them at such a good balanced spot that I just didn't want to wreck them. So we got kind of the point where people just kind of kept hoarding it. And I said, you know what? It's stupid that we have some things on console and some things on PC, because now we're basically breeding hope that there's going to be stuff on console. So we just made the decision to just pull it. And I said, you know what? Why don't we have everything on PC? Let's get rid of this thought entirely that we're going to console, and we'll just focus strictly on PC and just say, hey guys, FDR logging is only on PC, so don't worry about it. Then out of the beautiful blue, NMC showed up and started putting stuff on console. And T-Bone and his team did amazing work. Like, his stuff is so good. And it went when it finally landed on console, I was so relieved. I was just like, thank God someone's doing it. Like, thank you, Lord, someone's putting stuff on console. Because then I didn't, like my emails that people would send me cut in half, people stopped saying, hey. So anytime anybody sends me stuff about, oh, what do I do for FDR logging stuff on console, I just literally send them a link to NMC on ModHub. Like, I actually have it saved in my Discord, and I just send them a link and go, you want good stuff? Go here, because it's awesome. And it saved me to be able to keep working on PC stuff without getting all that flack. And I hope NMC comes back in 22, because stuff's amazing. And that would be nice. As for console, for me, I don't have plans to go to console, and I always tell people that you never know if the testing process changes. Maybe I'll look at it, but I'm a busy man, so I try to focus on things I know I can accomplish. Yar.
There you go. I'm gonna have to try and find a way to condense that into a short.
Yeah. it ain't happening. Yeah,
it ain't happening. So there you go. But
so all your stuff is currently on your website, correct? That's the best way to get all your mods right now?
Yep, that's correct.
Perfect. So FDRlogging.com. I've got a picture. I've got a picture up right there. You can download like all the machines, and all your maps are all in one download link. That's awesome.
Yeah, easy
peasy. Downloaded all the machines just before this. Like, let's see if I can pull them back up here. There's a ton of them.
Yeah. I used to have it so they were separated, so you could download them individually. Biggest hit there. So okay, this is a funny tale. Well, maybe it's not, but either way, you're gonna hear it. So, so I used to use Google Drive for hosting all my web files. There's a lot of stuff in there. Good God.
That's the equipment. Holy shnikes, man. There's so much stuff in here. This one file. This is craziness.
Yeah, 19's been going for a while now, so we've really filled that puppy up. So yeah. Anyway, I used Google Drive for the longest time, and it was really good for the first part when I didn't have a lot of people downloading my stuff, because it was just a small, crowd of people that would download it. But eventually, what happened is enough people started downloading it all the time, like upwards of thousands and thousands a week. And then Google Drive actually has a limit of how much people can download. So it basically starts kicking people out. And I didn't know that. I thought it was other people's computers. So here's Tech Jordan going, oh, it's probably something wrong. Try a different browser, like just thinking, oh, duh. But no, turns out it had a limit, right? Yeah. So I switched over to the website and started using hosting files directly off my website now. But the problem is if I use a mod name, it actually renames the mod when you download it. So then the file's toast and it doesn't work. Oh, and I don't know why. It's just something to do with the way they host them. So I used to have them all as individual downloads, but if you do it like that and host it off the site, people download them and they don't actually work. So without renaming them, and it's hard enough to get people directed in mass in any direction. So when you try to say, oh, and one more step, as soon as you download the file, rename it to this, forget that. I'm not going there. Yeah.
Your inbox would be full in a day.
Yeah, no, not worth it. So I just do it as one file, updated it monthly, kind of with any patch fixes, new machines, whatever. Made life a lot easier for most people. So, yeah.
And it gives me something to talk about.
Website's a slick way of doing it for sure. That's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love ModHub. I love the way it's set up. I think it's really good that way. My problem is I have a lot of need to control my release dates and a lot of need to control how my content is pushed out. So if I want to tell people, hey, next week this excavator is coming out and you're going to love it, it's going to be fantastic, I can't wait for 6 weeks of testing and maybe it might be out on this date kind of thing. Like, that didn't work out for me. So, and if there is something in there they disagree with, I can still punch it out there and fix it myself if I need to. So, yeah, I love ModHub, but it just didn't work for the platform style for me.
Now you don't just mod, you actually make content as well, right?
Yeah, videos and stuff on how to throw logs around.
Actually, DjGoHam's got it right there. Yeah, YouTube FDR logging.
100%. Yeah, no, a lot of the content started with just, hey, look, I'm running a loader in a video game using 2 joysticks, and I didn't think anybody would ever care in a million years. And I was like, well, this is just me doing some stuff. You want to watch? And then after a while, people started really liking it, and I started making kind of these multiple different weird series that basically, had plans for how to move stuff. My most popular one was Logging from Scratch, which has gone since 2015 now, which is basically just providing commentary through an episode while you're logging and showing people tricks on how to grab logs and do stuff. It's pretty good.
Like, this is the series you have here on the YouTube. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff you got going on here. That's cool.
How to log.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when you have that much stuff, you kind of got to teach people how to use it too, because there's a lot of steps to it. And it's funny because every single day I'm playing with real people. Like, we have our own little logging crew for multiplayer and stuff. And I play with people from all over the world that actually log in real life, and they practice and use this equipment. And when you're playing with them, they all every day teach me a new style of something that I didn't know about logging. Oh, did you know if you drag the logs this way, they're actually easier to process? And you're like, oh man, I've been doing this for 5 years and I've never heard that. Like, let's try it, kind of thing, right? It's pretty rewarding that way. It's pretty fun to see people coming out that are actual operators and want to use the equipment because its functionality is similar to that of real life.
So you got someone like myself who absolutely sucks at logging.
Yep.
Or
absolutely.
like DJ who doesn't even know how to do it. What would be your first step, do you think? Because obviously would it be just the mods download, do you think? Is it getting better forestry mods? Is that the start of it, or is there something to be better off?
For me, it really depends on what you have for controls. Controls are, in my opinion, the biggest step. So if you're wanting to learn how to log and you want to do it like for real, proper, having fun, dual joysticks for life. Like, I don't care which joysticks you buy, but dual joysticks is how it's done in real life. It's if you can do it, like in this game with dual joysticks, you can go out and get in a real machine and run it. Like, it's that easy to do, just to get that control movement and that feel.
So do you do most of your stuff in first person?
First person, always, yeah. I mean, I've tried in third person. It's pretty sad, but yeah.
His rig is just insane.
Yeah, it's almost as cool as your command center, DJ.
No, don't. This is cool.
If you put 2 joysticks in there, you're set. You got me beat, man.
I got one. Hang on.
Well, hey, half is a start. We just got to get to the other one now.
Yeah. So I got one joystick.
That's not a joystick. Yeah. That's not a joystick.
I'd love to see you control a grapple with that. That'd be fun, actually.
What about this? I got a question for you. You might have an answer for this. Oh, let's see if I can do this. How could you set? Let's see if I can get this thing out of here. Holy, hang on.
I got my grapple in 5th gear. I don't know what's wrong.
How could you set up a logger with something like this?
Oh, geez, good lord. I mean,
Is there any way you could get a throttle to work with some kind of a logging equipment? I don't know if there's a way of doing it or not.
You could have it as a forward reverse, I suppose.
I mean, I've got so many switches on this bloody thing too, which is kind of interesting. There's a lot of options with something like this. I'm just wondering if there's a way of setting up logging with something like that as well. I know a lot of people do plates in as well, right?
I'd use it for acceleration or something. That's what I'd do. Forward, backward switches. I would just, I mean, you could use for lights. You could use it for changing cut lengths.
Yeah.
I don't know, changing processor on off kind of head stuff.
Yeah.
As for actually controlling it, it'd be a pain in the ass.
It would be as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be a challenge.
Because you got a whole video on setting up like dual joysticks, and you use, is it the Thrustmaster stuff is what you used?
Yeah, they're the only ones that I found that are like, they're ambidextrous, right? Like you can buy two of the same one and just swap out the controls on them so that the little supports on the left or the right. I used to use 3D Pros, which were not bad, but the problem is they're both right-handers. So when you're using two right-handers, it's just grinding into your hand while you're trying to operate.
Yeah, that's a problem for me, unfortunately. I think I've used the X56, 52.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's
right-handed specific.
Right-handed only.
But I have seen guys, like, you can mix and match them too. Like I've seen a guy use Thrustmaster and a 3D Pro, and he says he lives by it and says it's great. So at least you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to buy the exact same joystick. Yeah. They both work just as good. But I mean, the reason I stand by these guys is just I've used these for over 3 years now, and I have drilled holes in them. I have extra stuff added to them, and they're still going. I don't know how. Like I have literally dropped the table on them, and they're fine. Like I don't know.
Well, and you did a giveaway of these a little while back, didn't you?
Oh, we've done a lot. Thrustmaster actually reached out to me. It was a year ago, something like that, and said that I was promoting their stuff. I don't know. They must have heard that ahead of time or something, but they offered to do a bunch of giveaways. So we ended up doing, I think, four last year or this year.
That's awesome.
And all on behalf of their company, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, I mean, like anything to kind of promote. I've been trying to hound them and be like, hey, why don't we just get enough for everyone? And then I don't have to worry about people's controllers anymore. 17 giveaways a day. Come on, you guys can afford it. It's no big deal. Yeah.
What about okay? So, would you recommend a controller over a keyboard or?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know how
the keyboard. It's like, oh man.
I don't know how people do it with keyboards and mice. I have no idea.
Keyboard.
I'm not dissing people. If you can do it, I'm more proud than anything because that's amazing, right? But that's the only way, right? Like
I'm just trying to be part of the conversation. I'm hanging out.
Hey, it's cool. Yeah. Don't recommend mouse and keyboard. No, can't say it.
I mean, you have all the buttons. You have extra buttons, I guess, for doing more things. But man,
yeah,
I can't even. Like I said, I can't even farm with mouse and keyboard. So I don't know.
I see that now. Recommend Duck Hunt. Literally, you'd probably have a better chance. Literally, yeah. Trigger is open close grapple. I don't know. You could make that work. I'm sure. Yeah,
I've got one.
I see that goggle. I like to see that a lot.
I wonder if I can make that work. I'll find a way.
I got Duck Hunt down my basement. I can go pull that up.
Oh yeah, Duck Hunt's worth that.
It doesn't work on any flat screen monitors nowadays. You need a CRT TV, so you got to find one of those things.
They got Duck Hunt VR now, and that's what life's all about, right there.
What is it on the Quest?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it would be. It's on Steam, so I'm pretty sure it's like on everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I need that.
My weekend just got filled up.
Yeah. That's all you really need in life. You could just do that all day. Just sit there and just Who needs Pavlov when you got Duck Hunt?
Play Duck Hunt in VR.
Yeah.
Does the dog attack you though?
Oh gosh.
I hope so. If not, the developer missed a huge step.
Biddly, biddly, biddly.
Just remember the noise. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Food for thought. Did you know you can play Duck Hunt with two people? There's 2-player Duck Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't know you could be the duck too. The second player gets to be the duck.
What?
No. You have to be playing with a younger sibling, right?
Well, yeah. You make the younger player be the duck. Actually, you can kind of mess with them a little bit because if you like grab your controller with like your thumbs on top of it and go back and forth really quick. The duck goes all back and forth really fast. It's simply it.
Are you dead serious about this?
I am 100%
I didn't know you
serious.
could control the duck.
You can control the duck. So people don't
No
know this,
way.
but if you hook the duck up to a Nintendo, the controller will control the duck.
Holy cow!
You can't do anything with the buttons. But it does control it.
You just blew about 300 people's mind.
Big brain up here.
My sister used to just stand in front of the screen. That was her trick.
I put
that works too.
I put the gun right in front of the screen.
Yeah, chase it.
Yeah, still wondered why it didn't work.
Your parents were wondering why there's all these scratch marks down the screen from you hitting with the gun, right?
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, that's why I needed glasses at like 7 years old. Yeah.
What about Power Glove? Can we control logging with a Power Glove? I got one of those downstairs. I think
100%. Hey, okay, you want to get wild? Ooh. The P5 glove. Did you ever see that? Did you ever have one of those? Really? Never. Hey. Okay,
P5 glove.
Black and White 2, the video game. You played that? Black and White?
No.
One where you control like you're a god hand and there's like you have like a creature. No?
No.
Man, how old am I?
So. I'm trying to skip this up right now. What is this thing?
The P5 glove, which is the biggest disaster in history for virtual reality.
I can find a picture of this.
Yeah, get that up there.
A picture that's not inappropriate.
The P5 glove, man. It was the skeleton-y hand thing that you put on. Yeah, I had one of those, man. It was terrible. Absolute crap. Absolute piece of trash, but it was neat idea. So in Black and White, which is this god game, they wanted to pair it with this thing so that you could like be the hand and control it, and your hand grip would actually make the movements and stuff. They tried to pair it with some other games like shooters and stuff, and it was a big failure.
It couldn't have been worse than the Power Glove. Let's be honest.
No, the Power Glove is way better.
No, no, it's not.
Yeah.
No way.
Didn't you ever watch that show? What show was that? Where the kid they have that like face off at the end with the Power Glove?
Like Wizard or something, or the
Wizard or something? Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, we plays Mario 3 at the end.
Yeah, and he uses
I know
the Power Glove.
Yeah. The kid from the Wonder Years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I dressed up. I remember I used that for a Predator costume in Halloween in like grade. I can't remember what grade that was. It had to be little, like 6, 5 maybe. And I had like cardboard cutout of the full Predator outfit, and then I put the P5 glove on, and that sold it. That was my little like beep 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 thing.
So yeah, you need to get this to work for logging. I think that'd be fantastic. I mean,
100%.
It'd be so much easier. I think.
I think I'm going to talk to Giants about this, because if we can get support for the P5 glove, we may be on the road to getting VR in there. Maybe. Possibly.
I think that's what it will take right now. The P5 glove.
Yep.
It'd be awesome.
I could see DJ's videos now.
I think I saw one of those on eBay. They're like super expensive. They're like $800 or something, because they
just
can't
be
get them
me
anywhere.
doing.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Get out of here, birds. Get out of here, birds.
Don't make me. I've got a Quest 2 in there. I'll plug it in and do some farm stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god,
this amazing. Got off the rails pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, right.
Now I want to set this up this weekend.
Yeah, do it.
I haven't played that thing in like a year.
Oh boy.
We got way off track. That was awesome.
Hey, VR and technology way too cool. We can't just avoid those subjects, man.
Do you use the pedals as well? I see the pedals on your website.
I do. Yeah, okay. I use those to turn machines while I'm walking and stuff.
Okay, so those are like rudder for flight sim. The pedals.
Yeah, like flight pedals. Yeah. I used to actually have the Thrustmasters, and not to diss on them, but the Thrustmasters, I don't know, it's the plastic in them kind of sucks. So like when I pushed down on my right pedal, it ended up just breaking off one day. And I mean, I'm not pushing hard on these things. Like you're not really slamming them or anything, but it cracked and broke off. So I got a refund on that. And then the second one, something in the middle broke where it wouldn't turn. It would just get locked in one position. And I was like, okay, well, I'm done with those. So I highly recommend the Logitech ones.
We're moving over to obviously like there's going to be a bit of a push in FS22 for like manual transmission stuff now. And we've talked to death about this. How is that going to change your side of things, you think?
Well, I'm scared.
Fair enough.
It's going to be a lot of relearning. So right now, for my machines, due to the way the weight is in them, you have to kind of crank them up. to make them go like they do in real life. Because in real life, those things will plow through damn near anything. They slide a bit, but they're really, really gutty.
Yeah.
You can't really have a lot of slip. So in the next game, if we're going to get into transmissions and gearing and setting, high-low kind of features, I want to see how deep they're actually going to go with that stuff. Like, is it just going to be like, okay, it's staying really in one kind of gear range, but it's giving you the impression that you're shifting? Or if we're actually going through, you shift from one gear, it's actually pulling more RPMs, it's pulling more torque. Because I don't know if you guys have seen the modding side, but there is like that huge scale of torque and ratios that you kind of play with your RPMs.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna be like per gear, it's gonna give you a different torque ratio, different scale. I mean, it's gonna be a nightmare trying to set gears and trying to find the right area. But I don't see it really going that far. I don't think. Because I think it'd be even too complicated for them. I think they'd be like, let's just make them think they're shifting. Which would be probably more.
I don't know what to think about that. I hope that you're wrong, and I hope it is going to be something like actual.
Yeah.
I think for your side of things, I could see that being a huge pain.
I mean, whatever. I adapt, I learn, we'll figure it out. Just put it all to 100% and call her good. The sound is what I'm looking forward to the most, though. If they break it down as good as they, said in that video, talking about the different levels, setting different ratios to different sounds, there is a potential that we could have proper machine sounds, which I'm really looking forward to. Right now, they have it based on, if I move my machine to the left, move it to the right, it activates a sound file. That's all it is. Just a single pre-recorded sound file. That's all it is. So I've set it to my grapples so that they make a clunk noise when they open and close. When you swing your cab, it has kind of a swing brake sound a little bit.
Yep.
But it's all just a pre-recorded sound effect. That's all it is. So if we can actually find a way to mimic the grabs, mimic the movements, and have that sound actually reactive to what you're doing, man, that'd be fun.
Yep. Well, we do know that the sound tool, either that one or something very specific, similar, is going to be for modders. So modders will have access to a sound tool.
100%.
Yeah, Gogglepop actually brought up a really good point. I forgot about that. He said the guy on FarmCon said shifting was too complicated for him, and he developed the game.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
He was using the John Deere 7, or the old John Deere
7010, wasn't it, or something along those lines? I think it was.
I think so yeah, we got to learn all brand.
I mean,
new
look at it in real
tractors.
life. It's not it's its own form of rocket science there, literally. Shifting ratios and torque is crazy.
I don't know. The first tractor I ever drove, the only one I guess, was a manual. So
I'm super excited for this. I think it's gonna be. I think this might be one of the bigger game-changing things to it as far as actual playability goes. I mean, there's gonna be so many other things, obviously the build mode and everything else, but the transmission, the sound to go along with it. It sounds like that could be a huge change in the way we play it. So I think logging could be a lot more difficult for you, unfortunately, for the way you have to map everything. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you're looking at an engine at the end of the day, and your shifting patterns are going to be matched to whatever shifting patterns you pick from the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm hearing my echo.
Yep.
Echo. Caw. That's my testing device, man. The caw always gets her done. Before every logging from scratch episode, I would be like, and my wife would come home and be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing, babe. It's cool." But yeah, I mean, like you go look at the tractors, you go look at that stuff, and you're gonna be able to find a comparable machine that we can kind of copy that out of and try to apply it and crank it up where we need to go, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, most of the logging stuff, like it's a variable transmission or something along those lines as well.
Yeah, totally.
Right. So
what I hope is for like hydrostatic style shifting as well, like as an option. I don't want it to just be manual shifting for people who want to be able to kick in and out.
We do have you could of course you could turn shifting gears on and off, just like in a racing game. We know we're getting manual. We know we're getting manual plus power shift. Is
power shift? Yeah, whatever
power
that
shift,
is.
yeah.
I don't know what that is exactly. Plus power shift, or is it manual only? Anyways,
plus power shift. Yeah, no one
power
could
shift.
answer my
Power
question.
shift is like automatic, isn't it? It's like automatic, but you have the ability to kick gears if you want to do higher things.
Yeah, you could. Well, you shift it for, at least from what I read on a tractor website, was
those tractor websites, those are good. I like tractor websites.
They'll get you. Basically, it was you don't have to clutch changing gears, but you do have to clutch in when you're changing ranges.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have one of the jobs.
Is that manual plus power shift, or manual or power shift. It's still like I'm still confused on what they're talking about there exactly.
Yeah. And maybe that's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing is you don't really know what the naming is, right? So
Either way, I'm gonna attempt.
yeah.
Everybody's tractor is gonna slow way down, and I'm gonna try and find a way to go.
Well, you got the shifter in the back there now, so you're set.
Yeah, I got 6 gears. It's right there. Plus reverse.
Perfect.
Basically, it'd be 1, 2. I've crashed.
Yeah.
Question, DJ, was it only tractors? Is that the website you were on? Only tractors? Is that what it was?
Oh my.
It was what was it? Corn Hub. That's the modding website.
It can't be any worse than the closed captioning we get for the Farm Sim show. That's just...
It says another S word.
Yeah. Right on.
You can't say Farm Sim show way too up. Well, I've already said it too fast.
You can't say it too fast, or Google likes to change the captioning on that.
The show gets demonetized a lot.
Yeah, fair enough.
All it takes is a manual review and everything's fine. But yeah, Brian J with the bump and grind. You got it. Just like in the gears. Well, different. All right, let's move on. Something else. We got other topics. I'm sure of it. What else did you bring?
I thought you brought the points, didn't you?
I got maracas and a cowbell.
Hey, okay, not related to logging, but how about I just saw that character customization right there. That just came out.
I got that still. Do I
Did
have
you see
that? Still? Hang on a sec. I can bring that up, I think.
You've seen this? Have you heard about this?
I'm actually kind of excited about that. I think that's cool. I don't know why. I like to be able to pick out our characters. So okay, Go Team Timber is this little show that I made for logging.
Yeah.
So the biggest kicker for that was not being able to change your model character. Like that drove me nuts when we were trying to do models. For this would be sweet, man. You could make some like really unique looking characters, I think this would be really cool. Make your own little kind of show if you wanted to, if you're really
bored. A lot of Karens in here, that's all.
You got Samuel L. Jackson
and some gang members there, whatever's going on. Yeah.
Well, like the bottom one here, like this is the cast of a Grand Theft Auto right here. This is what this feels like.
Literally, it's just the hipster line.
Yeah, it's like I wear a motorcycle suit or something. Or what's that one? The red.
Yeah, it's like a race suit of sorts.
Okay, and then next question: can we customize this stuff? Are they going to let us mod?
Some of it. Some of them
have color options.
Yeah, but can I, as a modder, go put some like different clothes on these people?
We don't
appropriately.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, see, that's
Carmen. Can we tell us, please? I can't wait for another blog post.
We even talked about like, is this going to be moddable? Are modders going to be able to come in here and throw stuff and add stuff to this list that you can download, right?
Totally, right. That I'm really interested in that too.
I'm really hoping they do, because I think there could be some pretty unique farmers out there.
Dude, Master Chief is all I want. Come on, let's do this.
We got like the Dexter Undertaker dude here that they
made. He's got the body cleaning gloves there too, and the boots to boot. Yeah. So there you go, right?
Yeah, I'm just excited. The Case H hoodie and jeans. Like cool. That's probably what my guy's gonna look like most of the time. He's gonna be way too tan, but he's gonna look like that.
Fair enough.
Way too tan. Every time my intro has you in it, I gotta change my intro. I think.
No, leave that in. I love it. And the spoiler thing when we race, we're gonna have to make all new memories, aren't we? We're gonna make all new memories.
Scratch.
I'm gonna actually do YouTube again all day long instead of quitting halfway through the day to go DJ.
It's not the worst.
You got time now, right? Nothing but time.
There's nothing but time. Yeah, I basically set aside the first year of everything aside so I could play Farm Sim 22.
Beauty.
Now, FDR, you play a lot of multiplayer, don't you?
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah.
Like are most of the stuff that you do as far as the farming stuff is usually multiplayer? Typically, it seems like to me.
Recently, yeah, it's a lot more fun logging with like multiple people. Like just because you're doing actual logging crews and you're moving wood together and doing it all proper, right? But the single player is fun too if you just kind of want to chillax, but you have to do everything yourself, and there's not as much of that team element. My biggest hope in this game also is multiplayer improvements. I realize that so a lot of people are like, oh, the multiplayer sucks when you're logging. It's really glitchy and it's really laggy, and it is. But you also got to remember you're loading the most advanced physics we can get our hands on, and you're trying to shoot that between how many different PCs simultaneously syncing it up. Like that, the fact that we can even do it at all is impressive right now.
Yeah.
If we can improve upon it, fantastic. I would really love that, if we can get less lag and better physics and all that kind of stuff. I think for hosting PCs, there's like in 2019, you can only use one thread on your CPU or one CPU for hosting, which is a huge pullback. In the next game, apparently that's opened up a bit, so we should see some more performance based stuff increase. So I don't know. We're gonna do a lot of stress testing when it first comes out, and just take it to the limit. See what we can break.
Well, it seems like trees, like a lot of the mappers I've spoken with as well, it seems like they want to add as many trees as they can because it seems to fill in kind of dead space, but that also
but it kills it. Yeah, it also kills it. You have to have some kind of spacing ratio or a plan when you're building a map. You can't just go, screw it, let's just cover this whole thing, because it just wrecks the map, right?
Yeah.
You have to have sections like, okay, we're gonna dense this area, and then the rest will be kind of just fill in trees and stuff like that. But again, back to that mapping occlusion culling, if that's coming into effect, it might not matter anymore if it's played out right.
I guess another problem that comes down to, okay, when you start cutting trees, though, I mean, we tend to have like a no logging rule on a lot of our servers because of that.
100%. It's the physics.
I don't know what could change because of that. Like I'm still concerned that that's still going to be an issue. You still start cutting trees down, and the memory that's allocated to remember where all that stuff ends up when you cut it.
Yeah. I don't expect any change from 2019 to 2022 in that element. If you cut down, 500 trees on a multiplayer map, you're going to be desyncing and flying around the map like a rubber band. That's just the way it's going to go. I don't think that's going to improve. Because the physics engine, I mean, based on the videos I've seen, hasn't changed. It's all exactly the same.
Yeah.
We've just put a new layer of new stuff on there and changed the HUD color.
New speedrun challenge. How many? Cut down 500 trees and see what happens. All right.
Give it a shot. Test it. We did a multiplayer one in 2019, earlier whatever year it's been, where we cut down 2 years. Yeah, 2 years ago, probably. We cut down, we just used chainsaws, and I had like 14 people or something. We just ran through and just mowed every single tree we could get our hands on down. And it started slowing down so much that I couldn't like even quit the game. Like it just froze up. I had to reset my PC. It was amazing. I think we probably got at least like 800 down, I want to say, before it completely just kiboshed. We took down a whole side of a mountain. It was pretty impressive.
Oh boy, that sounds
But
painful.
then, it was just like, just lagged out.
All right, so I don't know if I might put you on the spot on this one.
Spot me.
You don't have to answer if you don't want to. What's your first mod you're going to plan for FS22?
Oh, I can tell you that. That's fair. The Tiger Cat 880 is the first one that will be coming out.
Let's see if I can find a picture of that one, because I don't even know that one off the top of my head.
Beautiful, big excavator. It's one of my favorite machines, probably across the board for all of them. It's the first one that came out in 19. And I'm actually having it rebuilt properly with a beautiful interior and all kinds of nice stuff.
Do I have yours?
I don't have any pictures, or I would hook you up.
King mods?
They're coming. Probably.
Goggle Pop Googles in unison.
Google.
Goggle Pop, nobody's mentioned this. You are on a roll today, dude. I don't know what you are into or what you're doing, but you are killing it literally from sun up to sunset today. The other word. I just want to say that out loud. Look at this. Look at that Tiger Cat.
So this is going to be the first one you're going to work on.
Yeah, Tiger Cat 880. Now, that model's not complete garbage. It's not like the worst model in the world, but it is an older model, and it's not really up to snuff to what I want it to be. Again, one of my biggest criticized things in my logging, I'm always about functionality for my stuff. I want it to be as realistic feeling as possible while you're operating. Yep. But I was never a modeler. Like I never built this stuff from scratch. I don't have a very good image of like what looks amazing and what doesn't for being able to fix it. So this time around, I went and actually hired proper modeling detailers to go through and do like a proper job of it. And then I'm going to tear it all apart and I will rebuild it into something functional. That's the plan. So hopefully this will be the first one that comes out and it can be in the pretty standard that I want it to be in. But yeah,
interesting. What kind of attachments can you have on this? You can have a bunch of different ends on this, right?
I mean, that's kind of the big question right now of what we want to do. So in the last game, or in this game that we're in now, 2019, I had everything attachable from processor heads to dangles to whatever, every kind of grapple. In the next game, I kind of want to take the processors back and make them into a single machine again where you don't have to attach them. Because one, you can put the display back in the cab for your cut lengths. Two, it would just functionality-wise be a lot easier than trying to maneuver it. So in this game, I think I'm still going to keep attachable heads because I don't want to build a version of every single machine for every single head. It's just ridiculous, and it's asking way too much. Because I did that in 17, it was a nightmare. So, but processors, I think we'll put out a line maybe of like 4 processors and just have various types and call it, their own machines. But this is all stuff that will probably change 100 times before release. So I don't want to commit to anything yet.
Yeah, you're on a podcast now with it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's written. It is written.
I'm going to put it on Farm Sim News tomorrow.
Yeah.
FDR logging has solid plan for Farm Sim 22.
Yeah.
Will not change.
Yeah, will never change. Yeah, tell people that. They'll believe that. Jordan never changes his mods, ever. Never.
Hashtag will not change.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Oh, geez. I'll be the first one yelling, source! Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that'll be number 1. And then like I usually roll it out. We need a processor, we need a loader, skidder. I'll probably do a John Deere skidder. That'll probably be the first one to come out, depending on how that goes. And then we'll see what the in-game trucks and trailers and stuff look like. I'm really excited for the Mac brand coming in. Like that is, man, my soul when I heard that. I was like, oh yeah, finally something good. I like this. I'm really looking forward to that. The biggest challenge for me is going to be weight balancing again. Oh, this is the epitome of my life. I hate it. Trying to find a balance because, if you want your machine to not bobble around like a bobblehead while you're working, it has to be a specific weight. Yep. Well, the in-game trees are usually way heavier than they should be in relation to the equipment. So then you change one thing. You go, okay, I'm going to make this thing weigh 50,000 pounds so it can handle these trees realistically. Well, now no single truck in the game can haul it. So now I need to build a truck to go with that, to go with that, to go with that. And it just becomes this trickle effect of you change one thing and it wrecks everything else. So I have to try to find a balance of weight for the machines so that they can still be hauled by in-game equipment. The way I went about that last time was just to lower the weights of the map or the trees. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So you can't just take the weights off like the in-game equipment and mod like use the similar weight scale for that?
I can, but they don't operate like real life equipment. That's kind of where my functionality hits. So if like a lot of the equipment in 2019, it's like I think the Scorpion's around like 20,000 whatever units they use. I don't know if it's pounds or kilograms or whatever. 20,000 giants bucks. We can call it that. So it weighs around 20,000, but it bobbles around like a bobblehead while you're trying to operate. And that's in real life. They don't do that, right? It's not realistic.
Yeah.
And when I'm operating equipment, I don't want to feel like I'm like, oh, I'm going to fly away into space. I don't know what's going on.
No,
so
I mean, it's not that bad.
Yeah, well, I think they did some improvements later on in 19 because now the Scorpion's a lot better than it was before. They added some suspension give too, which kind of gets rid of that wobble effect. But the weight's got to be, a certain level for me to be happy with it. And then, I have to try to figure out how to balance it with the rest of the machinery.
My bigger problem still is the log physics and the way they interact.
Yeah.
That's my problem with logging right there.
I could go all day about it, like literally all day about it. And I won't because it's just not worth it. But all I can say is I hope that in the future we get some more better additions to the logging physics and tree shapes and shape files and stuff. But for the time being,
you're not like the least on the totem pole because at least you're not talking pallet physics. I mean, you can go one down lower and be on pallet physics, but
or bale
pretty
physics,
close to that spot.
Yeah, there's a bit of a roughness there, but at the end of the day, I've made so many criticisms about this game while doing podcasts, while doing streams, whatever. At the end of the day, if it wasn't for them creating all this stuff, we would never be here for a million years. So no matter what anyone says, including myself, about the physics sucking or the ground sucking, look how far we've come. This is crazy. Like I never a million years would have thought we'd be anywhere near what we're doing right now. Like back when I was like kicking a piece of wood around in 2013 on the forest mod there, like, oh my God, I cut this with a chainsaw.
But we criticize because we want to see improvements in these areas. That's
it. That is
to,
true.
right?
Yeah, it's constructive. I hope. Like lots of good feedback.
Fingers crossed we see some of that because I know I would love to see some of those be updated. That's for sure.
Yeah. Good question from that guy about the production side. 5.9 patches. Man, that's about how many I have a month. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun to give reason to logging. That was another big problem we had in 1915 all across the board. Mm-hmm. It's fun to go in a group and just cut up logs, but there's no real reason there's no drive to get a certain quota or to go after a certain number. You know, it's all just like, oh, well, we cut down this forest. Let's go get the next one kind of thing. So hopefully with the production, we'll be able to be like, oh, we need 300 pallets of this at the mill. Okay, well, let's cut down this. You know, like maybe there'll be some kind of a drive to want to actually deliver that wood and get production going. But as far as I know, like I only heard about like the carpentry workshop or something it was. Was that
there was something about that, I think.
A carpentry workshop?
Pallets or something like that we saw last week.
Pallets too, yeah.
So, I mean, I hope they expand on that a little further. I mean, logging is kind of the most niche-ish part of this game, and it doesn't really get a lot of attention from, like, you know, the media side. Like, Farming Simulator is not going like, hey, guys, check this out. You know, let's get an in-depth about logging. It's more like, oh, yeah, there's trees still. Okay, moving on. So when the details do come out, I think they'll be from people exploring and figuring out what we can actually accomplish with what they've created. I don't think we're going to hear a lot of details from the actual developers about it.
You didn't do any global company stuff on your side for mods, did you?
I didn't mod any of it, but I used to play a lot with it, like to do the production chains and stuff like that. And I did love it. A lot of things were kind of glitchy back in the day because, I mean, you know, that's one map wrong and you've basically screwed up global. So it had to be really well compatible. And some of them were, some of them weren't. But
and being like, oh, you know what? I'm halfway through this game save. Look at this cool mod I'm going to throw in. Oh, it didn't work. Let me try and pull that back out. Oh, wait, there's my game save.
Yeah, toasted. Right?
Yeah.
Also, I always taught people to copy paste all those save game folders before you do anything. Because, when you have like 95 hours on a map and suddenly it's toasted, it's just like single tier. You're like, what? Why me? But yeah.
I mean, you ask why I didn't use global company.
Like I said, as long as you're not throwing mods in and out, it works 100% flawless for the global company stuff. But as soon as you start trying to put in the global company stuff and taking it back out, that's when you tend to run into problems.
Yeah. What about seasons? You guys excited for seasons?
I mean,
you guys have probably been using it already, I imagine.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of a simplified. I don't want to say simplified version of seasons, but like seasons is the game now.
Yeah, literally.
So, I think, sorry, Coco Pop. Seasonal cycles.
Seasonal cycles.
In seasons. They want to differentiate it because it is different.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't know. I think it's cool. The seasons will change so players can enjoy the seasons without, they can turn off the crop calendar and do whatever they want when they want. I know for me, like, I want to play like that. I love the seasons changing. But man, I hate being like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to plant in January and then wait until October to harvest.
Can you disable it, or is it no? You get it. Yep. Oh, okay, so can you turn it off so it just stays in summer for the rest of your life, kind of thing?
That one, no. That one, no.
Okay.
So it constantly cycles through the seasons. You've got basically January, February, March, April, May.
What if you're in Ecuador? Huh? What if you're in Ecuador? Then what?
Well, there's a little code in the thing where mappers can actually type in the latitude, longitude, or whatever it is. How they've done it. And it mimics the weather from that location, or they can change the code like you can now for a seasons geo.
Yeah.
Man, I can imagine some people are just going to put it so it's like for some maps, be like, you know what? It's summer all the time here. You do what you want, and we'll just slow it down to whatever the geo would be for along the equator or something like that, where it's always the same weather. Hawaii. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd be
I'm optimistic, but I'm still a little hesitant about the way they're doing it. Still, we'll wait and see. Just the way they talk about how one day is one. What is it? How's it go again? 1 day is 1 month or something like that.
Yeah. And you can
really
you can go down. You can go down to basically it's 3-day seasons. What we're used to 3-day seasons,
right?
And you can actually take your time down like really far. So I don't know what the lowest, but it's like half or 0.2.
I'd have to go back and confirm again. I can't remember what they said it was.
I don't even think they've said it officially. They've just kind of talked about it. They're like, we want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
I'm just
farming,
curious to
I
see
can
what
see that being like interesting. Like I don't do farming at all. Like I'm just not a farmer guy. Like I know blasphemy, but it's true. I don't have the farming side. But for logging side, I'm kind of looking forward to seasons because it's kind of it's neat to see your terrain change as you're logging, as you're doing stuff, as you're doing production. Like to see it go to fall or to winter or come back to your block and maybe it'll be full of snow or something. That'd be kind of neat, I think. I really hope they have like on seasons in 19, you have the physics on the snow, or you have the option of the physics on the snow, where you can trek over it or run over it. That was both good and bad. Terrible for frame rate, destroyed frame rate when you're logging. I don't know what that was all about, but just like, it was 60. Now we're at 15. Oh, beautiful. It snowed. It must have snowed. In this game, I don't know. Like, are they going to do physical snow that you can plow? Is it going to like? Yeah. So there is plowable snow. I wonder if it's trekkable. Like you leave tracks through the snow as well.
Yep. Probably.
Man,
I would assume. Or you can just turn it off so it will snow, but it won't stick.
I see. Gotcha. I see. Like I'm all for having the snow as long as it doesn't kill the frame rate. But I imagine they thought about that. Hopefully, let's hope. Let's not make any too big of predictions here. But yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out how if you slow it right down, like the day and night cycles. I mean, I'm not one for farming at night, anyways. So maybe slowing it down isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah. There's only like one guy out there that does that still.
Might be only one guy in the world that does farming at night, but
just skip night. You should just have an option to skip night.
Oh, you can skip night, skip days, skip ahead, skip whatever you want.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Seasons if you want. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit concerned for some personal reasons, I guess, that will be a bit more difficult to plan things out. That's all.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't know. I'm excited about it, but then again, I'm kind of in the little bit of a fanboy.
You only play on Stadia now, anyways, don't you? Like that's the only console you have.
No. You got it wrong. I'm the only guy that owns it on Stadia. And bought all the DLC like an idiot. And they're full price. Hey? They're full price over there too. It's expensive.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Logging on Stadia, DJ.
Do what?
How's the logging on Stadia?
Can you even log on Stadia? Can you have mods on Stadia?
Oh yeah, no, there's a log. No, you can't have mods, but there are DLCs. Oof. All the DLCs are on there. Anyway, I'm not sure what the rotten is like when it goes up to the tree and
goes. What about how about cross-platform? Well, that sounds interesting. I mean, I'll never play with those people, but
it's not. I'm cross-platform. Yeah, it's way. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I don't know. We kind of already have it, right? I mean, PC, Mac, and Google Stadia can all play with each other.
So it's
and basically it just kind of brings the console players into what PC, Mac, and Stadia players have already been doing is, cross-platform.
Right.
But it's cool for two friends. So like I've got an Xbox, I've got a PlayStation. Most of them, kids and anybody who lives with their parents don't really have control over which console they get. Their parents just buy them something. Totally. At least that's the way it was back in my day.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it for the younger generations. Yeah. It's easy to yell at everybody, just go buy a PC, but that's not an option for a lot of people, and I totally get that. So
yeah, so for people who are really good friends who both like farm sim, it's great because now it doesn't matter and you can use same mods and
right. I love it. I think it's great. Awesome.
But it's definitely more for console players, I think, than PC players because PC players probably won't change what they're doing too much.
Yeah, and I mean trying to get compatible mods with both PC players and cross-platform, that one's going to be a struggle. I can see. And you'll have to have some very vanilla servers to really get people together, I think.
Yeah, and Driver's absolutely right. There's what I said. The biggest thing for cross-platform is the server part. Being able to farm at any time on the map, on any platform. Yeah, it is awesome. Yeah. And that G Portal, I need more servers, please. Actually, they hit me up this morning. We're gonna
same here. I talked to him as well.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, I'm an ambassador and a release partner. I said I kind of do a lot with Giants. They're like, oh great. Like, just
I always wondered where they did their like hosting for their servers. Do they do it through their own company or do they do it through like Like, so obviously the servers get bounced. So like if I go create, if you're creating a server just off your rig or whatever, where does it host that bounced server? Is that off of Giants themselves?
You can select which city it's hosted in.
Yeah.
There's
So like if I say
4 or 5
international,
states.
yeah. So if I say like international or whatever, is that hosting? It's just hosting off a random location.
Well, it's pointing it to where your servers or you're hosting. Like the host, like for I've got servers on West Coast and East Coast, I think, on G Portal. And it's just pointing it to that, wherever that server happens to be based out of. International is just where I think Giant searches for those servers, is my understanding.
Oh, okay. Because we were always like, oh, well, some days, like, I can host the same server 7 times a week, and every day with the same players, same everything, and then sometimes it's crappier or better on certain days, but nothing's changed. So I'm wondering if that third-party bounce wherever it's happening is what's causing, like, slow times or lag times, maybe heavy flow on the servers of people. I don't know.
Yeah. Jake, don't tell everybody. So does Klutch. Just in case the man's watching, I'm not going down alone.
Always bring your friends.
Too late.
Too late, yeah. Yeah, FDR, do you work with a server company by chance?
I don't. Honestly, my own servers, I just host from my own setup.
You should get in contact with G Portal, and because they're awesome.
My problem is it's like I always have the worst lag when I try to do Deddies. Like, I don't know why, if it's just my location or what. Probably because I'm like so northern Canada. I don't know if we have anything close or what. Only when I host my own can it be even playable half the time. I've tried Nitrado. What was the other one? Game servers, Fragnet, all just the exact same experience.
But you've never tried G Portal.
I haven't tried G Portal.
Well, make sure you try G Portal and use code DjGoHam and check out.
It's Klutch.
Shameless bump. I like it.
Yeah, Jake, there he goes. He said, whoops, I can show that one. There you go.
Yeah, get out of here with that.
Hey, Richard's in here. I thought
use
it was
code
quiet.
Klutch, not just Klutch doesn't have the money to spend on new portal or new servers.
Anyway, and hopefully soon use code FDR to save 5% on your server.
Oh, there you go.
We're already pumping them up right now.
My God. I'm part of the system now.
You're in it.
Spent on nuggies. Don't you guys worry. I didn't forget Nuggie Cam.
I didn't order you any. Here, I'll take care of that right now. Too late. Sorry.
This morning I almost thought, I was like, you know what? What if I ordered nuggets for myself and then blamed Klutch for them?
There you go.
And then at the end of Farm Sim Show, be like, nah, I bought them for myself. Hi, guys.
Joke's on you. Nuggies for life.
Yeah.
That should be your new slogan. Nuggies for life.
Yeah.
At least get a hashtag on the t-shirt or something somewhere. Yeah. Like on the arm or something. You can just turn.
I got some new merch I gotta make.
What if it was, it's K-Bot eating a nuggie like.
Yeah, I gotta make some new merch. After you're a genius, I'll send you some
royalties for that. Yeah, I need some royalties for that for sure.
I'll get royalties for that for you.
You guys saw it here. It happened.
Checks in the mail. Don't you worry.
Yeah. K Amazon. Yeah. Oh, that's too good.
I got nothing else.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we ran out of stuff to talk about.
It's logging. I mean, you guys
time as well. So
you guys have beat around the bush for logging as much as you can. I appreciate you trying as hard as you did, though. That's good.
I do logging at least once in every Farm Sim game. Does that count?
Hey, you know what? The fact that we get any attention at all is mind blowing already, and that's where it's at, man. It's good that they left it in there. I was kind of scared they were going to pull logging right out of the game, and I was like, oh, maybe they'll just drop it because of all the complaints. But I think I'm glad they're going to continue it, and maybe we'll get deformable ground or something beautiful in the next.
I would love to see it.
FS22 or whatever.
It's still such a part of farming. Still, like every farmer does some kind of a logging of some sort. It may not be a massive operation like what you got going on with your mods, but
oh yeah, no worries.
I think every farmer out there does some kind of logging, even like real life, of course, as well. So I don't think that I can't see them taking it out ever. I can't see that being a thing.
No, I hope not.
No. I don't think you're ever going to get the attention that you really want from it. Unfortunately, I don't know if it'll ever become logging.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't ever expected. Like, I always tell everybody's like, oh, why don't they care? Why don't they? And I'm like, because we're so niche. I always tell people. So you look at logging. Well, look at Farming Simulator as a whole, right? You got farmers. That's like 98% of the game. Like literally, it's Farming Simulator. That's the game, right? Now we're breaking it down to, okay, we're specializing on forestry. Awesome. Yep. Okay, but in order to do that properly, you need dual joysticks. Oh, okay. And you need all these mods. Oh, okay. So now we're taking this niche field and we're chopping it down even harder and harder and harder to the point where you have to be so specialized to get that really good logging experience. How do you expect to grow that? It's so hard to grow that into something. Like, I mean, I'm blown away with how many people have come into the field and done this already. Like, I mean, so many joysticks, people buy them. I mean, in our Discord, we have pictures people uploading pictures of their setups and stuff, and it's awesome. But I never expect it to grow like to high levels of popularity. We just do this because we love it, and it's so much fun, right? It's not about like, well, I need to have 1 million subscribers by Tuesday, or else I'm just gonna quit. You know.
Which, by the way, make sure you guys subscribe so I don't quit by Tuesday.
That's right. Yeah. If I don't hit 4 million by Tuesday, guys, then I'm just not modding for FS22. Yeah.
If we can hit 1 million by like 2026 or 7, I'll be happy.
You're set. Yeah, there you go. That's fair. Yeah.
I would love to. Whatever.
Yeah, or Tuesday. Tuesday. If he does, he said he was going to buy nuggets for everybody. That's what I heard. Yeah.
Yep. Me, myself, and I. We're a lot of people.
Get on it.
Yeah.
FDR Logging, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for entertaining two dudes who, well, let's face it, you could have talked to a lot better people about logging than us.
Hey, you guys did really well considering, right? Yeah, it was fun.
We tried so hard.
Pumping up our tires, appreciate it.
My brain hurts. I put so much effort into this.
No, I appreciate you guys having me. It was it's a blast. Like I said, I watch your show all the time, and it's fun to be part of it for a change. And yeah, spread the word of logging, save some trees, hug a tree, love a tree.
FDRlogging.com. All right, Klutch, what you up to this weekend?
It's Thanksgiving. It's turkey weekend up here.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on because there was a lot of people.
Yeah, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's Thanksgiving weekend, man. We gotta get her. It's we'll do some turkey nights and stream maybe tonight even. We'll see. We'll get some turkeys out there. No,
where'd it come back?
Hey, come back. Where'd you go?
Hey.
Oh, did I lose you? I'm on. I can still see Clutches.
You dropped out of DJs for some reason.
Oh, I can still see yours.
Yeah, I can still see you in mine.
Oh, and I can still hear yours. Have I been listening to both audios this
Testing.
I hear you just fine.
Okay, well, I can see. Yeah, his just kicked me back to the menu for some reason. Can I click that link again? You think?
You should be able to click his link again.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna click your link, bro.
It's great because it sounds like me and Klutch are just talking to an omnipotent being right now because no one.
Well, he is omnipotent. I give him that.
It's true. It is true.
He does have logging in his name.
Yeah, it's in there. Unfortunately,
and a fantastic U.S. president.
Oh, there we go. Did that work?
Hey,
there you go. Echo.com.
He's back.
Can we hear you?
Yeah, I think I'm echoing really bad. Oh no, I think I'm good now. There we go.
All right, well, we're done.
Anyways, I'm going to get some turkey, so that's all I got going on this weekend. I think FDR is probably in the same boat as me. So
yeah, turkey time. Woo!
I'm waiting for Farm Sim 22 because fortunately it releases 4 days before our Thanksgiving.
We need turkeys in Farm Sim.
I feel like that's really close to ducks.
Somebody will mod it.
Richard would never let that happen.
Oh man, but ducks you have to set. You could just chase down a turkey and tackle it.
What? DJ, are you not experienced in the art of tackling turkey? Come on.
I just want to see if this is a thing. Hang on.
Don't type that in Google.
Oh, you may not want to type that in.
Google auto.
Just do image search. That's all you need, right? Yeah. Good luck.
Turkey tackling on Carbon TV. Oh, is this a real thing?
If somebody doesn't create that YouTube channel right after this stream, I'm gonna get on that because, dang.
Come on, let's go ad. Come on, I don't like this. Move. Already on a Chevy.
Support the poor YouTubers, DJ. Come on.
You can't shoot it before you tackle it. That's not a fair way to play.
What even did you find? No, I don't want to know.
Was he gonna tackle it? Oh! Did he just
Canada?
He tackled the turkey. Hang on, how do I share this? Buttons.
Send it my way too. I need to see what the heck you're looking at.
Audio.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
Gonna change my camera. Hang on. Hold your faces. Cam game capture. Crap. What am I using?
I'm holding.
Is that it?
There you go.
All
Send it
right.
my way too.
This gun tackles a turkey. I've never seen this. Is a real thing.
All right.
I'm putting you full screen. I got to see this.
100%.
All right. So the turkey's over here on the left. He's already shot it. And then he's over here in the red, so you can tell he's not a turkey. And
It's a good thing he's in camo, so he can
look
be.
at this. He got the turkey.
Was that a kid? That's a kid. Eh?
That's, yeah.
Oh, that is a
I was gonna
child.
say
I
that or
just
it's the
thought it was a
biggest turkey
small
I've ever
man.
seen. Yeah, very small.
It's not that exciting, but
Holy.
That's amazing.
and his dad's in the background giggling. Yep, I hear him.
Jeez.
Oh
He
boy.
tackled the turkey.
So that's what you have to film and record yourself doing before you eat Thanksgiving dinner. That's pretty much how it is now.
Man, the turkey would beat me up.
I thought you had YouTube Premium. Yeah. Speaking of which, there, DJ, why are you watching ads?
Oh, that's a weird you've heard the sites that like third-party mods are on?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was deeper into YouTube than that.
Was that
is.
you're on your dark web account right now? I see.
It was so dark
Is that
web.
where you get all the special mods for Farm Sim that you usually run? They're on the dark web.
Incognito window.
That's amazing. Turkey Tackler 3000.
There we go. Well, that's one way.
That'll
to
be
end
the first
show.
mod I put out. That's what it's gonna be called, the Turkey Tackler.
$10 on a turkey. Any bets on DJ? Retro arcade, nice.
That'd be the single-handedly best live streaming experience I think I'd ever see. Just DJ running around chasing a turkey.
I
Don't
think the turkey would win. I'm
don't worry. I got a wireless microphone body pack. You'll hear everything.
Perfect.
All right. We should probably take off because
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we're beating a dead turkey right now.
Tackling a turkey right now. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining the Farm Sim Show today. Thank you to our guest FDR Logging for coming and talking to a bunch of logging noobs. Thank you to Klutch for dealing with me for another hour and a half. I don't know how he does it, but and evidently Adam would pay to see DJ tackle a turkey.
There you go.
Turkey tackling charity stream. It's a thing. Sure.
Oh wow, I'd like to see that. Let's do it.
Double down.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out, bud. Appreciate you coming on, FDR. We will see you guys.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Next week, I think. Sometime. Yeah.
Yeah. Never know.
Maybe. All right. Cheers, folks. Have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, my fellow Canadians, and we'll see you soon. Cheers, everybody.
Farm Sim
Did somebody say turkey tackling?
The Sim Show.
I got the turkey. No, get back. Get back of it. Come on. No, get out of here. Owie, beat me. That was the worst gobble ever. Your face is a bad gobble. I hit my microphone. What does that mean? Your face is a bad gobble. It doesn't mean anything. Your face looks like it's got a gobble on it. You know, like a little...